In this episode, we're going to take a look at a popular question amongst the Atlas Earth community. That question is, how long does it take to pay off the Explorer Club? In other words, if you start out with the Explorer Club, how long before you're actually profitable? If this sounds interesting to you, please stand by. When you begin playing Atlas Earth, and a few days later, eventually you hear about the Explorer Club and you start looking into the details, you find out that it's $49.99 per month. And you wonder to yourself, well, what do I get out of that? Well, the answer is there's several different things. However, the next question in your mind is probably, I wonder how long that paying for the Explorer Club, how long it takes to actually pay that off and start coming ahead of that. Because obviously, if you are making less than $50 a month, but you're paying $50 in a month, you're going in the hole for quite a while until you can hit that $50 mark. So we'll start there. The first plateau I want to start with is that $50 a month mark, because I think that's where we need to start to answer this question. We have to figure out how much time in the United States, I'm talking from the US point of view, but I've got a little caveat there at the end for France, because a viewer had commented on this before. Okay, let's do a little setup here to tell you how my numbers are based and how I figured everything. We are figuring at a 24-hour boost, because one of the side effects or benefits of the Explorer Club is you get extra boost. So you can boost up to 8 hours and boost overnight. So we're figuring at 24-hour boost. We're also figuring at 25% badge boost, because the numbers we're going to be discussing at that point, you would have logically filled in your 101 badges. And we're just talking about base login on a daily basis, okay? We're not talking about all the extras. Anything else that you would earn off of playing the game, what we're looking at here is basically a worst case scenario, the longest time possible, and then we're going to backpedal a little bit and take a good guess at what it most likely would be. The base login per day includes wheel spins, 20-minute ads, which I figured at 100 AB per day, and the login bonus, collecting those, both the Explorer Club and free to play. So obviously, I did not figure at max, max ads per day, but I find that 100 is pretty good. If you can hit more than that, a lot better. But and I also figured at the $50 per month rate for the Explorer Club. Okay, I know spreadsheets are boring, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I've got a slide that summarizes all the numbers. I just wanted to show you that I did work it out. And you'll see month 22. Month 22, we start there because with the numbers I figured, that is when you are going to hit between 22 and 23 $50 a month. And from there, then you're actually making a profit. Well, it's not a profit until you work all the way through it, but you're making above $50 and you can start eating away at that deficit. So that's what we're looking at there. And the one takeaway I will say here is that figuring all the way down through here, as you go per month, on a per month basis, you're picking up about between $2 and $3 per month is being added to your rent. So let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers and what exactly is involved. Now, keep in mind, this is figured at 1,350 parcels and, like I said, 101 badges. And I just input the straight amount. I was using numbers off of the Atlas Earth calculator. And I did not figure the logical progression of the badges therein. I just went straight with 101. So this is, these are just very open numbers. In fact, just to kind of give us an idea of, how long this would take, nothing very exact. So the cost we're looking at is 1,350 parcels plus 101 badges is 155,000 Atlas bucks. Now, the numbers I figured with everything considered, what I just mentioned, you're going to make in the neighborhood of 82,692 Atlas bucks per year with the Explorer Club, and like base level. Okay, so this isn't including playing games and doing surveys and things like that. Nothing else is including. So I just want to emphasize again that this is kind of like the worst case scenario. Now that averages out to be about 6,891 Atlas bucks per month, or that equals about 68 parcels. And you may say, well, most people can get more than 68 parcels if they're in the Explorer Club. This is true, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But once again, this is kind of worst case. And as I mentioned before, about 22 and a half months to reach that $50 per month. This is the worst case scenario payoff, and break even on the Explorer Club is going to be about 57 months, or about 4 3/4 years to pay off with the Explorer Club before it's all in the green from there, right? Okay, with that said, after I did the numbers, I sat back and I thought, well, that's kind of a worst case scenario. What's a more average, or an average case people would think would happen? Well, my guess is around 48 months, because if you get in the game, obviously I think that a person that's paying for the Explorer Club is not just going to log in and boost and collect and that's it. They're going to do other things in the game. They're going to play games. They're going to grab surveys. They're going to go out and grab mayorships or governorships so that they can get some extra Atlas bucks. And I think it's fair to say that you could probably, with some good involvement, whittle that down to like the 48-month mark, that kind of area right there. And with some really hardcore usage and play time, you could probably get it below that. Now, secondary kind of side topic there is I had a viewer that plays from France had asked another similar question, because on one of my last videos on this topic, I had mentioned that, hey, the Explorer Club might be a better value for those playing outside of the United States. Now, the only other country I did the numbers for, and I didn't run through the full spreadsheet, that's the caveat here. I did the base numbers, and right off the top for France, I saw that, yeah, my thought process was not right on that. When I had done that video and made that initial statement, I made the statement kind of loosely, like I didn't know exactly if it was true. I was thinking that this point right here, we're looking at the 2x multiplier, wherein at the $930 per year with a super rent boost, everybody's the same across the world. So initially, I had not looked at the chart, and I thought that the numbers required to get to this point in France may have been lower than in the United States, but it's the same. Okay, so I went ahead and ran the numbers a little bit, and it's even further out. It takes a longer period to start getting in the green, so to speak, if you're playing from France. So. Okay, let me know what you think of those numbers. Are you subscribed to the Explorer Club? Have you been subscribed for a long time? Do those numbers surprise you? Do you intend to subscribe in the future? A lot of questions. Either way, let me know in the comments. This has been Bronze Dragon. I will see you in Atlas Earth.